We're talking Fallout, the TV series, the game series that neither one of us played ever. And if you don't agree,
you're wrong.
Welcome to If You Don't Agree, You're Wrong. I'm VHS Jace. Next to me is Jason Roy Gaston. And we are talking, we've binged it, so we're now talking Fallout, Jace.
Yes.
I let the cat out of the bag earlier. I never played the game, and I don't think you did either, did you?
I actually own 2 of the games, and it is the curse of an adult to be able to afford to buy video games, but not have the time to play them. So I have played maybe 5 minutes of Fallout, and then I moved, and it's still in somewhere. I'm a terrible human being.
I will say my son is a massive fan of it. But it's always in the ether. I'm aware of it. I'm aware of the look and the style of it and that. But I wasn't even aware that they were making a TV show of this. I had no idea.
I had heard, but it was one of those things. It's kind of like Borderlands. I know it exists.
Yeah.
I didn't care.
Well, what I don't know, what I found out was each game apparently takes place in a different location around the country. So I was told that this TV series pulls a lot from that. Now, just to get into it, it's a Jonathan Nolan series. And if you don't know who Jonathan Nolan is, he's the brother of Christopher Nolan, also behind shows like Westworld and things like this. Massive Fallout fan. And what was interesting about it, Jace, is he actually went to the studio. Bethesda Studios wasn't chasing a TV series at all. So Jonathan Nolan approached him and said, big fan, I want to do this TV show. They went awesome. And they were very much part of the DNA and every step of production, apparently. And I think it shows because I don't know about you, Jace, but I had a really good time with this series.
I did as well. Speaking as someone who has not played the game in depth and I did not catch a single Easter egg because I just don't know them, this show was fun and it was goofy and it was silly and it was exciting and I never knew where it was going to go. And I appreciate that.
Because it is essentially, it is a very dark apocalyptic show, but it is doused with this optimistic, futuristic version of the 1950s.
Yeah,
it's delightful because of that.
It's great. Yeah, I love it. It's such a unique look too.
Yeah. And in the idea of this society that's built underground to protect humanity are there to be there so eventually they could rise up and repopulate the earth. Not knowing what Earth is really like 200 years after annihilation. And it was great. I mean, talk about some of the people in this. I mean, Walter Goggins. Jason, who doesn't love Walter Goggins? And he is just so great in this, playing the ghoul. He is just wonderful.
He is simultaneously the funniest and scariest person in this show. Every time he's on screen, I'm just like, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. Ghouls on, shut up.
Ghouls on. Yeah. Absolutely. Can I just say the makeup job, right? Like the nose, the lack of nose.
I respect an actor that commits to cutting off their own nose for a part.
I kept thinking he's getting a lot of options.
Whatever guy played Voldemort.
Yeah, but I was thinking he could breathe really easy with that. You imagine the amount of air he's able to suck through. Yeah. It's great.
Can you imagine how much dirt goes in that thing, though?
Yeah. So basically, because I said I've never played the game, so I didn't know. He's a zombie who takes this stuff that stops him from going, I'm going to eat your flesh. Basically, right? That's how I took it.
Yeah, it keeps him from going feral, basically. Yeah.
Yeah, it keeps him going feral. But he plays great. But everyone's great. Ela Purnell, who plays Lucy McLean in it, she's delightfully optimistic through it. And she has got some moments, like when she's carrying around the head, She's sitting down at a campfire and she's patting the head, putting it there. She's eating her deviled eggs. I loved her because we got this real arc with her, but she never really loses her optimism throughout the entire series. It's always there. Even at the end, it's kind of there.
I just had this idea of them approaching Michael Emerson saying, "We want you for this TV show. Cool. What do I have to do?" "Well, you're in one episode and then we just need a cast of your head." "Do I still get paid?" I really enjoyed, and I did not recognize who this was, but keep in mind, I was raising 3 little girls throughout the early 2010s. Moses Arias, who plays Norm, the little nerdy guy down in the vault, his Lucy's brother. That's Rico. That's Rico from Hannah Montana.
Yes, it is. It is.
The whole time I was watching it thinking, where do I know him from? And then I looked at him, I was like,
so good.
Rico!
He's so good, and he plays very much. He has a great storyline because his is really like a detective role in many ways. He's trying to uncover the truth of the vault, which is like any scenario like that, full with murder and deceit and lies and everything else. And you know what I also love about the flashbacks in this, because it kind of works in two storylines. I don't know. We get our post-apocalyptic storyline. We've got to get someone the head from point A to point B, but we get the backstory of the ghoul. And I'm thinking, as I'm watching the series, okay, it's nice to see the ghoul's backstory, but no, this is absolutely integral to finding out the reality of the situation, especially in the later episodes. I really love that. Yeah, I don't want to spoil what it is.
Prologue.
Yeah, I don't want to spoil what it is at the end. Who you find out is behind everything, but wow, it even kind of shook me as well. The kid that played in the armor, he was the squire as such. I don't know.
Aaron
what they called him,
Clifton Moten. He was Maximus, and he took over the armor and pretended to be the knight. Which
he looks like a young Denzel.
There were times I was
looking at that kid and I'm going like, you so look like Denzel. And he was great as well. And did you like the cameo of the first pilot? You know when they go in and see the bear? It was
who was that?
He's a famous Jewish guy. He was in Spike Lee movies. He's very big on social media. He abuses Trump all the time. What's his name? Fantastic actor. Fantastic actor. I'm sure someone put it in the comments. It's Michael somebody. Can't remember who it is.
Michael Sheen.
No.
Michael J. Fox.
It is Michael somebody, but you know what? Michael Rappaport was the guy inside the suit that he lets die, which was like cool,
that was deserved.
That was deserved. A great cameo by Fred Armisen, who I just love their little back and forth talking about the music. When he's going, it's here, right? You know, it's just a very casual conversation, nice little moments there.
Speaking of cameos, I liked Chris Parnell's cameo as the Cyclops.
Yeah.
I just thought that was so great.
Comes across totally likable and reasonable, but inherently evil at the same time.
Yeah, which is just basically Chris Parnell in a bag. Right there, anyway.
Oh, and of course the great Kyle MacLachlan. Getting him to see in a role, I'm sure he enjoyed himself quite a lot. He should have, because it's a pretty diverse role in a way. From who he presents to be to who he really is. So, no, overall, this is a winner. Like, this is a surprise for me, this show. I'm delighted. And it ended in such a way that I think they must have gotten clearance for a season 2, because it leads directly into an ongoing storyline.
It was actually renewed for season 2 today, apparently.
Oh, well, congratulations. Well deserved, because I loved it.
Why did it take so long?
You know, I will agree with what some of the critics are saying out there. It is the best video game adaptation made for TV. Without question. I don't think there's anything better at the moment in the way of live action. You know, and I said TV, not cinema, because I do like those Sonic movies. Either way, yeah, it's a big win for me. I'm actually giving it the highest of high marks. This one, mate. This one is getting an ultra dazzer. I think this hummed on all cylinders. It could have danced a line of being cheesy, but never fully went there. And yeah, I was connected to these characters. I started at 12:30 in the afternoon and didn't stop till the show was finished. Didn't even take a break. So I did wet myself, but it was worth it. It was so good.
Well, I did not wet myself, but I'm also giving it an ultra dazzer. It's original. It's fun. This is basically The Walking Dead without all the suck.
Oh yeah,
It's The Walking Dead with joy.
Or even worse, remember we watched that episode of Daryl Dixon? Oh,
yeah, the last of Daryl. The last of Daryl. From the makers who saw The Last of Us. It's The Walking Dead trying to do what another show is doing. I don't want to take no kid across Europe into another city. Although I'll probably end up killing somebody over this child at the end because I love him.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, God, it's awful. Thankfully, this show wasn't it. It was great. We are done, guys. This is the end. Don't forget to like, subscribe, all that great things on the channel. We'll see you next time. And if you didn't like the show, well, if you didn't agree,
you're wrong.
You're wrong.
You're wrong.
I want a Pip-Boy. I want a Pip-Boy because it's just a big Apple Watch, basically.
Yeah, I mean, what better way to show everybody you're a gigantic douchebag than a bigger Apple Watch? I mean, come on.
Yeah. Did like the tracker moment, though, sticking that thing up.
Yeah.